If there is a minimum voting age, why isn't there a maximum voting age? You've mentioned several times 5 years before you die, but how do you calculate that? And this mentally is probably why there isn't a maximum age. Hey old person, you are now 80. For 79 years we valued what you thought, but not now. Enjoy 80. Because at 81 we threw you in the Soylent Green mulcher. Because voting is a right everybody earns when they achieve adulthood. After that, taking that right away can bring serious democratic problems to all. Not just old people. Removing that right could be used against minorities, nationalized immigrants, etc. Being able to take that right away is a big no-no. That'd preclude almost all of Congress. The minimum voting age exists because the average person under a certain age is simply not capable of making responsible choices. This is not the case with older people. There is no determinable age where the average person is no longer mentally capable. You're assuming all old people lose their minds or something and step out of society. I don't think you know many old people. It happens to some, sure. But most elderly people have families with grandkids that will keep them fresh and aware of the world. Maybe not in quite the same way, but dismissing elderly people as redundant is not helpful in any society. Because we don't know how old someone will be when they die. Because dementia and Alzheimer's can happen at any age. Because voting isn't always about voting for things that only affect yourself. I disagree. As a senior, a lot will affect me. Tax, healthcare, cost of living. Healthcare is really big when older need it the most, things like medication. And we have kids and grandkids we worry about, so things like abortion and war are a concern. It's because most laws are made by aged persons. And they aren't going to get themselves out of the system. You will understand the correct answer to your question when you are older. What about disabled people with a low life expectancy? Or people who are ethnic minorities with a life expectancy that is lower than white people? Do those people also deserve their right to vote to be removed? Apart from the obvious issues that others are point out, I don't think you realize how wise most old people are. If you actually stopped to listen to them, you would realize that most of the problems we go through are exactly the same problems they have gone through, just reskinned. Humans have always had the same problems, just in different forms. They are out of touch with a lot of stuff like technology, but they ain't dumb. Why can't young people drink alcohol but we allow senior citizens to? Some people are very with it intellectually at 97, but their body is just slow. Their understanding of what modern challenges and resources are out there now versus the 1900s could be far more balanced than the average 40-year-old's understanding. A lot of people are sharing good points here, but I just wanted to point out, Trump left the office at age 74 and now is 76. Biden's current age is 79. If both run for the 2024 presidency, both candidates will be in their 80s during their presidency. If there is no age limit to be a president, why should there be an age limit to voting? Once you pass a certain point, the things that you vote for just wouldn't affect you. Your understanding of things facing society and the modern world could also be diminished. You could lack the understanding required for modern issues. When would that be? That things you vote for as an adult don't affect you. You're making an argument to raise the minimum. Dude. The answer, at least in the USA, is that all of our policies are made by people who should have left the public sphere decades ago. And they have no reason to leave because they're paid millions to stay in place by companies who buy their votes. Because old people and children are not the same, so there are different standards. Haha, there is no talk of raising the voting age. A political party got trounced again. AHD, they're bitter. Nobody is seriously thinking this. Only a very small percentage of elderly people lose cognitive function. It's such a small percentage that it has no impact on the overall outcome. Most elderly are perfectly fine right up to their death, so no. You can't assume old means incapable of thinking.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.